Hi. Hello. I'm making videos today. All right. So, your last connection. What did you do? We're going to look at self. So, not what they did. What did they do to fuck shit up, or what did they lie about? But what did you? What are you not telling people? What are your secrets? What did you do? It's more important than what they did, right? So I feel like I'm gonna address this. So trigger warning. This video is going to address your own part that you played in this failed relationship or whatever misunderstandings in the relationship or whatever it may be. So here we go. I'm gonna shuffle here and get some oracles. What did I do? What did we do? What did self do? So this is the questioner asking, what can I do? What did I do? What can I do better? Okay, just for purposes of learning and growing into a better you and being authentic with yourself about what's really going on. Because if you only see it from a them, they thing, it's obviously it's victim mentality and it's never going to get you anywhere. Progress is only made when you work on self. That's the only thing you can work on. Okay, so we have big picture thinking. Okay, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Okay, maybe you weren't thinking so big. Okay, maybe you weren't thinking so big. Maybe you had a small, little view of what was really going on. Maybe you were very focused on one thing. Is this person cheating? Is this person lying? Is it right? And so the big thinking, is this not going? Yeah, it is. Why does it go to sleep? That's so weird. I'm obviously filming. Weird. Okay, so anyways, so big picture thinking. So you were thinking small, I'm thinking, or maybe you were thinking too big. Maybe you were thinking bigger than yourself or grandioso, much bigger than what you were offering. That what did what you were thinking match who you are is the question. Who you are or who you believe yourself to be. All right, here we go. What's the next one? Forge, don't follow. That's what I'm saying. Forge, don't follow. Were you acting like a follower, or were you trying to be too much of a leader? Were you trying to lead and guide everything in this relationship? Were you too dominant? Were you out of balance? Masculine and feminine? We all have a role to play, What did you do wrong? All right, spirit, let's get another one. One more energy. What did we do wrong? Or what? Yeah, what did we do wrong? What are we not telling about what happened in this last connection? Let's make this fair. What did we do? What did we do wrong? What did we not do in this last connection? Why did this have to end? Why did it end? What was the issue? With us, only with us. We know what their issue is, right? We're really sure about that. But do we know what the issue with us is? All right? What are we hiding? Our perspective. Dude, we need a better perspective. We need to be able to get outside of our bodies and see things from an outside perspective, a third party's perspective. Because when we do it from the inside, our subconscious mind takes over, and we literally don't even realize we're making judgment calls on something that we don't even really think that we are. But we are that. We are that because that subconscious mind is us. It runs most of everything. Our 95% of all of our things that we do are subconscious. And so look at this. Yeah, our perspective. Yes, exactly. Our perspective was like we didn't have, it wasn't broad enough. It wasn't broad enough. We needed to take a step back. It says, none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. You couldn't find a common ground in your last connection because you didn't have a good you weren't perspective. Because then there's an internal view, right? And that's perception. No. That's what is it called? Okay, I'll think of it later. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say, like, when you see it from your point of view, from like not an outside point of view, perspective versus, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Okay, so those are three good ones. All right, this is what you were doing all fucked up in the last connection. Okay, it's about time we face who we really are, The big picture thinking. Okay, we were either something was distorted about the way that we saw things, how they should be. Our picture, maybe it was that we were too obsessed with our picture. Big picture thinking. Did we see the big picture? Were we failing to see the bigger picture? Right? That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking we were like narrow-minded. Something about that. I wanted to do this spread. Let's see if this will go along with this. Not relationships. It's called let's see. Stages of change. No. Oh yeah, maybe it was stages. No, it wasn't stages of change. It was the solution. No, it wasn't that. Oh shoot! No, I don't really know. I don't remember what it was even called. Ah, why is it doing that? Ah, it's trying. My video's trying to go out. It is called setting a goal. No, I love partnership. No, it's called the solution. Was it called the solution? No, I don't think so. It wasn't called the solution. It was called something else. Decision, stages of change. Where and how did I find inner strength? Knowing. Okay, finding the goal. No, that's not. Oh, it's this one. I like this one. Knowing thyself. All right, who am I, guys? Let's do this. Know thyself. This goes along with our reading right here. So what did we do? What did we do wrong? Where did we go wrong? Know thyself. Not who you think you are, you want to be, but you know that you're capable of anything, but know who you are at this point right now. Where are you right now? I think that's really important when it comes to relationships. Knowing thyself is important in everything, but especially when it comes to connections, and that is literally what I'm going to be looking for with my next partner. I'm going to be looking for somebody who knows thyself. This is like a number one criteria, and this is going to be hard to find because a lot of people really don't. But I feel like, am I too critical of people? Like, as far as, oh, well, he's so toxic, like, because I honestly don't mind a little toxic shit. I really don't. I don't mind somebody like that's, somewhat toxic. I don't think, and I'll also say this, I don't think that everyone should have to spill the beans on everything when you first meet somebody. Do I have secrets? Yeah, I got secrets. Just like everybody else. And who am I to say my secrets are, more superior than their secrets? And oh, that's this kind of secret. But my overall feeling about it is this: there's something when it comes to there's secrets that you have because of that are not necessarily to do with you and your partner. Like, there are things that are not, like, maybe with your kids or with your baby daddy or a past relationship or something. That I get. But when it comes down to somebody, what they use to lure you in, and then they're not willing to be honest with it, that's the part I don't like. So if you're going to try to lure me in, make sure that you're being 100% honest. And I'll do the same. Like, if I'm trying to lure someone in, I better have backing to what I'm saying or something. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm like, I want stability, but I'm not stable, well, you're most likely not going to find someone with stability that wants to fucking make you stable. You know what I mean? So it's like, what's your criteria for a partner, and how realistic is it to who you actually are? I think it's important. So, okay, let's look at this. All right, so we got the big picture thinking. Big picture thinking. This is something that this is an area that we went wrong on our last connection. Okay, so Spirit, what is it about the big picture thinking that collective needs to know, or the person sitting here with me needs to know regarding their last connection? Thank you. 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah, you were unwilling to open up enough to let your heart get broken. This is unhealed, on the way to working it out, but not healed pain. Past pain from past relationships. You carried that over. Whether you think you did or you didn't, you did. Okay? And that changed the trajectory of how you saw the big picture. Maybe the picture was too big for what you were offering, or maybe it was the opposite. Like, you know what I mean? Too small for your offer. What was your offer? Was it did it correlate, like, or was it just off? So right now you're coming from a place of, yeah, I'm hurt, I've been hurt before, okay, and yeah, and I want the world, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, where are you at with this? How stable are you? Right? You can't just be like, oh, I want stability and not be stable in your own life, right? So there's different levels of stability though, and I think one of the ones I struggle with is codependency. As far as emotional codependency, I think people depend on me and I depend on helping other people as well emotionally. That makes me feel some sort of good, right? Or usefulness, okay? Whereas like my issue is more of like stability, like financial, right? I'm used to someone taking care of me. I'm used to being taken care of. So anything outside of me not being taken care of is kind of like, so what is that? But that's not good because that's not me taking care of myself, right? So that's where I'm at with my struggles, right? So the fact that I can't take care of myself, yet I expect somebody else to be able to like do that for me, which is not, it's not the worst thing to be requesting, but make sure that you're, you know what I mean, that you're balancing these things fairly, because it can be really unfair to the other person if you know you're making some crazy demands. You got to be, you know, I feel like it should be fair. So here we go. We have the Five of Cups. What else, Spirit? Ooh, two came out. Okay, these are the big picture. Something about the big picture. Something about how we saw the big picture. Yeah, we got the King of Cups. We are the King of Cups. We want the King of Cups, or we think we're the King of Cups, right? Emotionally sound. Respected by our, you know, our neighbors. People love to get advice from us, right? Everyone thinks they, you know. So is that you, or is that what you wanted, or what? What is that? Okay, so the big picture. Did you see the big picture? All right, King of Cups. Yeah, you could have been coming from like an and too much, like not too much emotions, but there could have been like a very, yeah, like needy, I'm getting a needy vibe, a neediness, right? You weren't able to see the big picture because you were so worried about what you needed, right? Selfish, needy. You're just needy and you expect everybody else to come and cater to that shit. And that is just not the way it goes. That's not reality. So here we go. So that's something that we need to work on, right? I resonate. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is here. I don't know if it was in reverse. I think it may have been. Page of Pentacles, this is balance. Or wait, Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, yeah. This is a very well-studied person. It's a person who likes to study. Okay, the bigger picture. You could be so wrapped up in collecting the data and looking at the research and well, the chart says it should be this way. And, you know, I predicted based off of the Chat GPT that this relationship should have went that way, therefore failing to see the bigger picture. Okay, like where we like macro, you know what I mean, we focus in so much on something that we fail to see the bigger picture. Okay, so I don't like that I have to keep doing that with this computer. Like, it is recording, right? Yeah, we're 13:27. Okay, here we go. Yeah, big picture thinking. Big picture thinking. Okay, so how now this is kind of getting us to see where do we think really small. Okay, we thought really small of our partner because, look, and are you willing to admit like this, and or should you admit it? You know, I've had a lot of heartache. Maybe this shouldn't come out on the first date. You know, and I've been thinking about that. Like, maybe I shouldn't come out with this shit on the first date. This is not that crucial of a fucking talk, you know. But it is, but it's not. It's only crucial for you. So how selfish are you being with the information that you're sharing, and how is that going to affect somebody else? So here we go. All right, what did we do is the question. Forge, don't follow. All right, forge, don't follow. Did you follow something that you didn't believe in? Were you being a follower and expecting some crazy wild shit from somebody that you don't even know very well, right? Forge, don't follow. That means like to me that means be the first to do it. Don't wait till somebody else does it before you think, okay, I'll go now, before you deem it acceptable. Okay, so being a leader like that does definitely it feels like puts you in a certain category. But because I think then they go, oh, they get resentful. People get resentful. Oh, I had to lead this and I have to do this. And at least in my family, that's how it was. My mom's like very resentful at everybody because she's the one that cleans the house and she does everything. And she's always been that way because she's OCD, NPD, and she has to be in control. And that's just what it is. And that's what makes her feel important, right? So, but she blames everybody else for it. Like, well, I only have to do this because you guys don't do it right, or you can't do it. So, yeah, forge don't follow. I mean, it's important to figure out the first step in your own situation. Yeah, as soon as you start following along with someone else, and that's the thing too, without being financially independent, it's like you're always the follower. You know what I mean? Even when you don't want to be, even when it doesn't seem like, even if you're whoever's taking care of you, even if your ideals don't align, you're still following them in a way because they literally pay your rent, they literally feed you, they put food in the fridge, they pay the bills, right? So there's something to that, and I think there's a lot that we give away. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what is this? Forge don't follow. We have the devil. There you go. Crazy. Forge don't follow. Yeah. Do you fall back in the devil energy? Is it easier? Or do you lead from a like very toxic kind of, like I was telling you about my mom? Do you lead from that toxic type of like, I don't know, like personality, like, very, very OCD or like some sort of disorder? That's what that gives me with the devil. Okay, the devil's there. And then we got, yeah, look. And the devil, I could just see the devil telling this energy, well, I'm the one that takes care of you. I pay the bills. I'm in charge. If you don't like it, why don't you hit the road? And that's why I think for me, like, being financially independent is super important. And I know that there are girls that, have, guys that pay their bills and all that stuff. But for me, and I'm sure, and maybe I could have been that person, but for me, it never felt right. You know what I mean? Except for my dad. I mean, obviously my dad, I don't mind him paying my bills. But like another man would just be like, what are you asking for here? Okay, so I take this how it resonates. So yeah, okay, forge don't follow because look who you might end up following. The devil, right? Right into some crazy situation like becoming homeless. Yeah. When you're the first to forge ahead, you get to create the path, right? So there's something with that. What else do we need to know about this? Forge don't follow. 5 of Pentacles, you felt left out in the cold. Are you gonna, you know what I mean? What did we do? So we come, at our last relationship, like, well, you should take care of me, demanding this, in your devil energy, right? You should be taking care of me. You should be the leader. I fall back. I'm not the leader. You should be the leader. Like demanding whose role is for what. Like that isn't fair, right? So that was definitely played a role in this last relationship, a balance of masculine and feminine energy, and both parties' ideas of what that is. Tell me more. Anything else with this? Okay, yeah. 7 of Swords in reverse. Falsely accusing somebody is what I'm getting. Falsely accusing somebody of taking something from them. Well, you took my dignity and my respect. Right? Yeah, you took their dignity and their respect. Was there a lot of that going on? Were you, a lot of very final, blunt, like, conversations where there was no openness for a conversation. It was very blunt and it was like a statement. You made a lot of statements, I take it. Okay, we did, I did, I'm sure I did too, right? Harsh statements, that definitely was probably a turn off. Okay, so we have the perspective, okay? What was the perspective? We're unable to take a step back and see the bigger picture. Tell me about that, seeing the bigger picture. What do we need to know? We failed to see the bigger picture. The 9 of Cups, we were single for so long. We've been single and what we consider independent for so long, at least emotionally, that it's really hard to kind of see the bigger picture. Yeah, take a step back from that, because you've been the one and the only for so long. You don't even know how to do it. Yeah, so there was a lack of, like, possibly a lack of really having like a good, either your parents, like a good relationship watching them, or just in your own life, like having solid relationships where something you could recall. And it's not like something you watch on TV, right? Because it's like TV's like definitely all fake, right? So we all go, that's fake, right? But in our own lives, I don't think we knew what that looked like, that 10 of Cups looked like, right? So how are we supposed to, what are we supposed to do? Of course we're going to be, I mean, this is definitely very close to wish fulfillment, but this is a single person. So this is solo wish fulfillment, but possibly this energy got in the way of that connection, because once you're in connection, this no longer exists. It's automatically like the 10, right? Or you bounce to some other place, but it's not the 9, that's for sure. So you were definitely in a independent, like, I've been single for I've been on my own my whole life, and there was a lot of that going on. I'm just saying that's what it seems like to me. Here we go. Let's get one more card. One more card here. Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, so many broken relationships. We couldn't see the bigger picture. We failed to see the bigger picture in our own situation because of this trauma, past heartache. So we saw it from a very small perspective, not from an outside perspective where we actually have never. If you can come from a place of where it's like you've wiped your slate clean, or even like you don't have to forget what you learned, but like there's something about that, like when you go into a new partnership where you can like you're like comfortable with what happened in your past, like you've like it is like wiping the slate clean, I guess, or like washing off the driveway. You're like getting all the debris and all the dust off, and you're ready to go. It's not doesn't mean that you didn't have those experiences and they don't matter somehow, but like when it comes to this relationship, I think definitely past broken hearts and past relationships definitely played a role in why this relationship didn't work out. So, okay, anything else here? What else do we need to know here about this? Just thought I would do this. Nice! We got the 10 of Pentacles. Very cool. Very good. Do you believe that this is possible for you? Or is this just a card that you get in tarot and it makes you feel good? Right? What do you believe about this? Do you believe this is possible? You've had failed relationships. You are being taken care of by your father. You're not an adult. You're immature according to your age, right? All these things, right? You failed to forge forward. You're never the first. You're always somewhere in between or at the end, just tagging along, right? When is that going to change? When? Because if the thing is like, what mind state does that put you in to be not the leader, or to like, especially if you think you should or whatever, like however you fall into place. But for me, it's like, yeah, like I've always wanted to be financially independent and be able to support myself, and and like that, and it's always seemed like a struggle for me. But is it because I didn't believe I could, that it was ever even possible? So all right, so that's good. We got the 10 of Pentacles here. That's ultimate wish fulfillment, financial. That's exactly what I would personally, that is my dream come true. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.